Ben, you guys have been absolutely smashed throughout the course of the past 12 to 18 months. Is this a little too late from governments?
Yeah, hi Tim. Thank you for having me. Look, we're in a horrible position right now. Hospitality has been closed for the third time in the past 12 months. 5 months of the last year we've actually been closed down. So at Applejack, we've stood down 200 staff for the third time, and we're absolutely bleeding. Our cash burn over the last 4 weeks or 3 weeks, going into our fourth week, is close to $500,000. So the government support, which we're still not 100% sure if we're eligible for. I don't think anybody is, because the full category isn't out yet. So we're trying to navigate through that at the moment. In terms of what's available for the staff, the $375 and $600 a week, that's come down. That's smooth, and that's straight into their pockets now, which is great. Businesses are still not eligible for anything, whether it's the state grants or the government grants yet, the federal government. So we're trying to get some more information on that now, and hopefully tomorrow we get a bit more on that.
Obviously, they're working very hard, and that's their jobs as politicians. But do you think at times some of them are a little flippant in the manner in which they say, "Look, don't worry about the financial side. We've got it all sorted"? I know that Gladys Berejiklian, particularly early on, was those throwaway lines. I know they annoyed a lot of people because they're thinking, well, that sounds okay to you, who works for the government with an income that goes in at every point with a heavy superannuation, but for us, we're skating on ice out here.
Yeah, 100%. Like, what does that comment even actually mean? We don't know. It's a real shame that 12 months into this, the only option the government has is to close businesses. And obviously we saw yesterday it's retail and construction, and we saw some protests happening there with the trucks across the Harbour Bridge. Hospitality knows we need to close because there's no other options. We want to keep people safe, so we do it. We don't even ask questions, we just do it. And am I expecting any help from the government? No, but I think they need to be held accountable here, and they need to be clear about what sort of support there's going to be. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of livelihoods, and the mental health through this as well is just astonishing. And, we've got a counselling service at Applejack that all of our staff, and the use of that is just going through the roof at the moment. People are really struggling out there.
Yeah, it's not easy. What are some of your businesses? Because you and your business partner, Hamish, have grown it quite a bit.
Yeah, that's correct. We're an organic business. Hamish and I started the company 10 years ago. We put every bit of savings we had and then some, borrowed from our parents to start this company 10 years ago, and organically built it up into the 8 businesses we have now. And fortunately, they're spread over the city, all in New South Wales and Sydney. Some are in the CBD, like Pop and Tone, and you can only imagine what it's going through, the pain it's going through right now. On the North Shore, we've got in Kirribilli, the Botanist, or SoCal and Neutral Bay. And fortunately, in the suburbs, when you're sort of coming out of this mess and the recovery, the suburbs actually do well. So we're hoping that will prop up the city. We've got the Botanist, the Butler in Potts Point. We've got the Foresters. We've got Endeavour Tap Rooms. So we've got a good mix of venues in there, and they're quite diverse in their offerings, from higher end to more casual options as well. So the recovery from this is what's going to really be scary. Whilst we might be able to close and go into hibernation and burn some cash through this period, and we know let's be serious, there's another 4 weeks left for hospitality to be closed. But what's the recovery going to look like? How's the government going to help us through that? If there's no JobKeeper, and they need to bring JobKeeper back, let me just put that out there. We need to keep the link between business and our staff. We need to have that link of JobKeeper. We also need something like a code of conduct to deal with our landlords. Yes, we can try to negotiate in good faith, and we can try to get the land tax breaks for the landlord, but there is nothing forcing them to talk to us right now. Last year's lockdown around this period was 7 weeks. We're going into week 4 now, and there's another 4 weeks to go. It's looking like it's going to be worse than last year financially for us.
Yeah, and the overriding thing, and it has to happen with availability, and it looks like it's coming online, is vaccination. And with that,
100%.
Doors will open all over the place. Ben, look, we're feeling for you and your people, and it's good to see you looking after your staff and those disaffected. I think there are brighter things. It's going to be a tough time for the next little while, but at least we can see some sort of pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Good to talk to you.
Thank you, Tim. Have a good day.